Evening, Exora. Thank you for accepting this interview. Now we are going to talk about the personal carbon footprint, and especially this question, the survey first, and then additional questions. The first is, do you drive a car more than 20 minutes a day?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you fly in a plane more than 7 hours a year?
Yes, I do.
Do you bike, walk, or take public transportation?
Yes.
Do you turn off lights and appliances when you're not using them?
Yes, I always unplug them.
Do you use appliances, TVs, computers, clothes dryers, refrigerators, etc.?
Yes, I
Do you heat your house?
do. No, I don't.
Do you use air conditioning to cool your house?
No, I don't.
Do you buy food that is grown close to your home?
Yes, I do.
Okay, according to the survey, your score is between 0 to 5. You have a small carbon footprint.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. The additional questions is, what is carbon dioxide responsible for?
Well,
There are three options.
right, the carbon dioxide, it's responsible for causing the global warming and as well the climate change in this world.
Okay. What action will be more effective in order to offset carbon dioxide emission?
So for sure it's going to be taken in our hands the action. If we start doing that in our homes, it will be replayed on the rest of the world.
Which of the following household actions will help to reduce the amount of personal carbon footprint?
Well, for sure it's going to be the recycling goods.
Which of the following organizations is not meant to offset the carbon footprint? There are three options: the Gold Standard Organization, World Land Trust Organization, and UNESCO Organization.
For sure it's going to be the UNESCO because it's related to education.
Okay.
Right.
The main greenhouse gas is the main. There are methane, carbon dioxide, nitrogen.
Well, it's going to be the carbon dioxide.
That's okay. Which means of transportation emits more greenhouse gases?
I would say the cars because they are all over the world. There are thousands of them, and all of them contribute for the climate change.
It's a lot of cars.
Yes.
What is the amount of carbon dioxide that human produce per year? Through auction, 20 billion tons, 50 billion tons, or 100 billion tons.
Well, in this year it's going to be 50 millions of tons.
Billions tons. What of your daily action produce the most carbon dioxide emissions?
I would say using the electricity in my home. I always plug my phone, my computer. So using electricity, it will be the most contaminant one.
You are talking about you.
Yes, about
Okay.
me. Yes.
In this case, in the around the world.
Well, for sure using cars. Yes.
Okay.
Or personal transportation.
What of your daily action helps the most to reduce personal carbon footprint?
Well, I always try to buy locally As well, I use my bike for transportation inside town. And I not use air conditioner at home, or I always unplug a lot of things when I'm not using them.
And why is the problem that they don't use air conditioning in your home? You have a
Oh yes, well
special-
the architecture at home, it's facing the wind. So we just open the windows and the wind refresh our home. So we do not use air conditioner. Actually, on hot season we need to close them because it's cold.
Excellent.
Yes.
What additional actions should be taken into account to be more effective at reducing carbon emissions?
Well, I would think that big cities will need to work better in public transportation. So it will encourage people to avoid using their own cars and using public transportation, and it's going to reduce the amount of dioxide carbon in the planet.
What do you think about the personal carbon footprint in total around the world? What is the people make action for reduce the footprint?
Well, the most important thing first, I think, is we need to be conscient. We need to know what is our footprint in this world. So we will need to work on that to try to reduce. So each person have a different lifestyle, but you will need to be more, I would say, more conscient about what you are doing in this world. So everybody needs to work a little bit on this, and yeah.
Thank you, Exora. Thank you for having me in this
My pleasure,
interview.
Captain.
Thank you.